Unacademy has. This is one of the new channels that Unacademy has, and they have tried to curate a lot of sessions that you can see on their channel. What I am going to be there for is what this session is going to be about. This session is not really a session, it's like an introduction to the educator, which is me. So, hi everyone again. My name is Aishwarya Swarup. I have onboarded Unacademy as an educator. I will be taking students, people, professionals who want to know more about marketing, data analytics, how data, sort of helps with the marketing, how marketing helps with the brand, all without everything that probably you will learn in a B school is going to be in crux, in bits and pieces, in essence, going to be a part of the sessions that I will take. The relevance would build for all the sessions that you'll be a part of. If you go through, the sciences behind each and every bit and piece that we will be talking about. We will be talking about a lot of examples. We'll be talking about a lot of data, how to read data, how to take that data to a table and talk about it, so on and so forth. But let's talk about me first. Um, I used to be an engineer. I basically am from a smaller city in UP called Gorakhpur. From Gorakhpur, I did my schooling, and then I got into a college named IMS Engineering College, which is under affiliated by Uttar Pradesh Technical University. I did my engineering in computer science engineering, and the reason why I did computer science engineering was algorithms. I loved algorithms, and I loved coding. I was good at data structures. I was good at DA. If you guys, if somebody is from coding background and you understand, what DA is, and you would know that how interesting a subject, sometimes typical and difficult, but interesting a subject it is. Um, Having said that, there are very different types of opportunities when it comes to engineering, and the opportunities could be um, something that probably puts your brain on a cycle, once that makes your brain work really hard. And then there are some opportunities which are very cog in the wheel. So the opportunities that I got were little cog in the wheel, and probably I was also somebody who wanted growth faster, which is why I was in the IT consulting industry with a couple of companies for around 2 years. And then I decided to move to a startup ecosystem where I was looking after communities, I was looking after products, I was looking after onboarding journeys of products, so on and so forth. Um, so that's what my relationship with engineering and my work with engineering has been about. Post these experiences, post my little startup, small startup stint, I realized that I wanted to get into things in spaces where there is more creative flux, plus there is more impact that um, I would be able to create. And which is the reason why I tried my hand at CAT. I got a certain percentile. It was a decent percentile, not the best, not the worst. It was 90 plus, and that landed me into a very different type of B school, a very creative left brain, right brain, something at an intersection of the two, and a marketing B school, which is Micah Ahmedabad. Micah Ahmedabad has been one of the best educational institute with respect to how mindsets are shaped, and there is a lot of gratitude in me for the education that I have gotten. Um, And that led me to and probably that education is something that I am trying to replicate in bits and pieces in whatever spaces I am talking uh, with people in. And uh, yes, that's that. Post Mica, I had the opportunity to, I got a PPO with Sony Pictures Networks India. I did an internship with them, and I worked with Sony Pictures after my internship as well for a few years. I was a brand manager and a research manager for 4 channels. They were AXN, Sony BBC Earth, Sony Art, and Sony Pix. I was a research manager for these 4 channels, and I was also the brand manager for AXN. So, when it comes to research and when it comes to brand management, this is something that I've done thoroughly for those few years, like day in, day out. The grit was there to, to create the brand better, to understand what's going on around us, and then to replicate it into your brand, to imbibe whatever culturally is happening and to bring it to your brand. That's what I was doing for some time. Apart from that, when it comes to research, because these were TV channels, the research, the data, the kind of understanding of data was very different. So it took some time to understand data, which is also something that we'll be learning, how to understand data in different setups, in different companies, how to look at them, what are the matrices that sort of help you understand the health of the business that you are working in. Yeah, so that understanding started developing from this space. Um, that was my first experience. Post that, AXN became irrelevant, sort of irrelevant, and the company decided to let go of AXN, which is when I moved to a kids channel, which is Sony A. I worked as a brand manager and I mean, in different spaces as, I was working a little bit with sales for Sony. Sony Ye has been one of the very, very quirky experiences. And one thing that, again, we will be talking about is understanding TGs. How do you understand your TGs? What is it that you really have to look at when you're talking about the people that you're going to talk to? So TG for brands could be, the people who are going to consume your product. TG for, let's say, a person sitting in a company would be the people around them. So the idea is to create a mindset which helps us get into a growth mindset, which is a growth mindset, and not have a mindset which is laid back, which is also, um, full of questions. Definitely questions are good, but then with questions there is the idea of frustration that sort of layers these questions. We don't want that to happen. हमें सवालों के बोझ की तरह दबना नहीं है. हमें ये समझना है कि हमें सवाल कौन से पूछने हैं. वो सवाल, उसमें से अच्छे सवाल कौन से हैं, खराब सवाल कोई नहीं होते हैं. एंड वो सवाल के जवाब हमें मिलेंगे कैसे. सो द आइडिया इज टू फाइंड द बेस्ट पाथ्स, like what you do in algorithms, the best path to reach your solution, to optimize your own journey in your careers, and what are the things that you would want to do, you can do with the knowledge that you have, is also something we'll be talking about. Post Sony Pictures Networks India, I worked with very nice space, which was Swiggy, which is food tech. Food tech is one of the nicer space because no matter where you're coming from, you will always relate to it. You will always have an understanding of food. If you're a foodie, if you're not a foodie, and especially in Indian households, what happens is we grow around food. So we have a better understanding of, not better, we always have a better understanding of food. Somebody might have a more better understanding, somebody might have a less better understanding, but it's always going to be better. So that's always good. I was handling the business of West region for cloud kitchens. Now, what are cloud kitchens? Cloud kitchens are spaces that restaurants open uh, to earn more revenues, to utilize the underutilized space. अभी underutilized space क्या होता है? एक रेस्टोरेंट है, एक रेस्टोरेंट के पास समझ लेते हैं सुबह काफ़ी ऑर्डर्स आते हैं और शाम में काफ़ी ऑर्डर्स आते हैं, राइट? उनके पास वॉक इन आते हैं, उनका किचन बिजी रहता है, लेकिन दोपहर के टाइम पे दे डू नॉट हैव अ लॉट ऑफ ऑर्डर्स. What can the restaurant do? The restaurant can definitely utilize that space, that time slot, वो समय, वो kitchen का time, वो manpower का time, they can use to create something else, to earn more revenue, right? And restaurants are businesses that always struggle. Um, the business itself is such that it is very difficult to scale it and to grow it, right? And आपकी क्वालिटी थोड़ी सी ऊपर नीचे हो जाती है, आपका खाने का प्राइस थोड़ा सा भी ऊपर नीचे हो जाता है, चीज़ें बदल जाती हैं, राइट? तो ऐसे बिजनेस को संभालना, ऐसे किचन को संभालना, तो क्लाउड किचन क्या होता है? ये जो दोपहर का समय हमारे पास बचा, इस समय को हम यूटिलाइज कैसे कर सकते हैं? तो हम क्या करते हैं कि हम एक नया ब्रांड बनाते हैं उसी किचन के अंदर. एक हो गया हमारा ब्रांड ABC, जो कि एक ब्रिक एंड मॉर्टर शॉप है जहाँ पे लोग आते हैं खाना खाने. और एक हमारा ब्रांड हो गया जो कि स्विगी पे एग्जिस्ट करता है, जोमेटो पे एग्जिस्ट करता है, या फिर वेबसाइट पे एग्जिस्ट करता है. वो खाना सिर्फ उस किचन से डिलीवर करता है अंडर द नेम ऑफ, लेट्स से, PQR. दैट इज अ क्लाउड किचन और अ घोस्ट किचन. That is what the concept is. So I was handling the business of cloud kitchens in West. I had a portfolio of around 25 odd restaurants. I had to look at the P&L of these restaurants. I had to grow them, launch new restaurants, find new spaces where new restaurants could be opened, find new partners where new restaurants could be opened. उनके business को देख के उसमें से figuring out that okay, what is it that we can utilize, and after utilizing that, what is it that we can create in those spaces, right? So it was a pretty creative job and a pretty brainy job. बहुत सारा उसके अंदर सोचना ये होता था कि ठीक है, आजकल इंडिया क्या खा रहा है. There is a lot of research that goes in, a lot of cultural research. Okay, don't say okay. Yes, guys, this is my first session, तो थोड़ा सा bear कर लेना. And there is a lot of cultural research that goes into it. And the cultural research always is something that we have to take care of when we are creating brands, when we are talking about data. The data that we have, whenever we will talk about data analytics, reading data, the data that we have, that data will always have to be related, will have to be associated with cultural insights. So you can never ever be dissociated with the people around you. An understanding of people around you and the culture which is around you, right? So that was my stint with Swiggy for a bit. Launched some 7 to 10 brands. Probably could give you an exact number at a later stage. Post Swiggy, I worked with Paytm for a bit. I was assistant general manager there. I was growing there. Soundboxes ka business. Soundboxes ka business is the business of those little boxes that they have. Paytm पर इतने XYZ रुपए प्राप्त हुए. उस business का ग्रोथ कैसे करना है, कितने ज़्यादा मर्चेंट्स हमारे पास आ सकते हैं, उसमें हम रेवेन्यू कैसे ज़्यादा ला सकते हैं. कंपटीशन काफ़ी ज़्यादा आ रहा है पेटीएम के साथ, उस कंपटीशन को टैकल कैसे करना है. थोड़े टाइम के लिए मैंने पेटीएम के साथ काम किया. मेरे काम में डेटा मुझे रोज़ देखना होता था. डेटा एनालिटिक्स वाज समथिंग दैट आई हैड टू utilize that understanding every minute. एंड हिंदी में भी बात करो, ठीक है, गॉट इट। डेटा एनालिटिक्स का अंडरस्टैंडिंग बहुत ज़रूरी होता है, और डेटा एनालिटिक्स में बात ये होती है कि आपको समझना होता है कि डेटा को देखने के बाद जो भी हमारे पास सामने आ रहा है वो हम उसको रीड कैसे करें। तो ऐसा नहीं है कि तुम्हारे पास डेटा आ गया और तुमने उसको मतलब सामने वाले को दे दिया और तुम्हारा काम हो गया, तो तुम ग्रो कैसे करोगे। That's what we will be talking about, that how to grow in things that you are doing. मैं जितने भी सेशंस लूंगी उन सेशंस का एक क्रक्स, एक साइड ये जरूर रहेगा कि आप जो कुछ भी देख रहे हो, आप जो कुछ भी समझ रहे हो, उसमें आपका दिमाग जो है ग्रोथ की तरफ जाना चाहिए कि मैं इससे बेहतर कैसे कर सकता हूँ या कर सकती हूँ, या इससे बेहतर कैसे बन सकता हूँ या बन सकती हूँ, इंक्लूसिव ऑफ ऑल जेंडर्स हियर। एंड the point is that with every session there is some value that has to be added to what you are learning. Now let's talk about two things that I will be talking about through and through, and a few other things that I would want your opinion on. If you would be liking, if you want those sessions, या फिर आपको कुछ और चाहिए, आप किस तरीके के सेशंस देखना चाहते हो, राइट। सबसे पहली चीज़ है कि सीवी कैसे बनता है, सीवी के अराउंड आप उस सीवी को यूटिलाइज कैसे करते हो, आप लीड्स कैसे लेके आते हो, अपने लिए जॉब की लीड्स कैसे लेके आते हो। दैट्स समथिंग दैट इज वेरी ट्रिकी एंड नॉट एवरीबडी अंडरस्टैंड्स दैट, तो आपको वो समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है। Once you understand how your CV works, how the whole how the language of your CV works, उसको हम कहाँ पे लेके जाएं, किसको दें, कैसे किससे बात करें, that's something that I can help you with. And then we will be talking about other things which are more specific to knowledge base. उसमें से एक चीज़ है डेटा एनालिटिक्स। डेटा एनालिटिक्स में आई विल हेल्प यू अंडरस्टैंड कि आप डेटा को, पहली बात तो मेट्रिक्स होते हैं बहुत सारा, एक बार एक्सेल शीट आपके सामने खुल के आ गया एंड उस एक्सेल शीट में बहुत सारा सामान है, उस सामान को आप देख के क्या पता कर रहे हैं, कैसे पता कर रहे हैं, कैसे आप उसको एनालाइज कर रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है, क्यों लिखा है इसका, एक्चुअली अगर ये नंबर है तो इस नंबर का, अगर मुझे एक लेमैन को, एक आदमी को जो कि इस इंडस्ट्री से बिलोंग नहीं करता है, उसको समझाना हो कि इस नंबर का मतलब क्या है, तो क्या मैं समझा सकता हूँ या सकती हूँ, यू नो। सो दैट इज एन अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट यू हैव टू डेवलप। along with that understanding, आप ये तो आपकी समझ हो गई। इसके बाद इस समझ के बियॉन्ड उस डेटा का आप करोगे क्या, कोई भी उस डेटा का करेगा क्या, आप उसको लगा के दे दोगे, उसका मतलब उसके पिवट्स लगा दोगे, उस पर डेटा एनालिसिस कर दोगे, बहुत तरीके की कोहॉर्ट एनालिसिस कर दोगे, बहुत तरीके के एनालिसिस कर सकते हो आप। उस एनालिसिस को करने के बाद वो जो भी निकल के आता है, आप जिसको भी वो सारी चीजें देते हैं, वो उसको यूटिलाइज कैसे करता है, क्या वो यूटिलाइजेशन आपके दिमाग में आ रहा है, क्या आप वो गैप जंप कर सकते हैं, अगर कर सकते हैं तो कैसे करना है। That is something that we will be talking about in the multiple sessions that we have. Then comes something which is very interesting, बहुत ही सारे लोग इसकी बातें करते हैं, सबको लगता है वो आता भी है, which is called marketing and branding. With marketing and branding, why do we want to understand, हम इसकी बात एट ऑल क्यों ही करेंगे, कि डेटा की बातें हमने कर ली, बट वो डेटा कहाँ जाता है, वो डेटा जाता है आपका वैल्यू क्रिएशन में, बिजनेस स्ट्रैटेजी में, मार्केटिंग में, राइट। एंड इन सारी चीज़ों का इनपुट, इंट्यूशन, क्रिएटिविटी, नीड एंड डेटा दैट यू हैव garnered using data analysis, right? All of these things are fed into these probably 4 to 5 streams, and then you come to a conclusion on अच्छा ठीक है, हमें बिजनेस के लिए ये करना चाहिए, हमें स्ट्रैटेजी में ये चेंज करना चाहिए, ये नहीं करना चाहिए, डेटा ऐसा दिख रहा है तो हमें ऐसे करना चाहिए, वैसे करना चाहिए, सो ऑन एंड सो फॉर्थ, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं। उन सारी चीज़ों की बातें हम यहाँ पे करेंगे, राइट। आई कैन सी देयर आर लॉट ऑफ कमेंट्स। ओके, हिंदी में भी बात करो, and hello, hi guys. Okay, if there are any questions that anybody has, they can post it there, and otherwise I will anyway carry on with the other things that we will be talking about. um, Now there is another understanding. अंडरस्टैंडिंग ये इस समय हम सभी के अंदर है कि हम कैसे अपना खुद का ब्रांड बनाएं, हम कैसे उस ब्रांड को आगे लेके जाएं. What are the things that you have to learn as a professional to survive in an industry, right? तो अभी बात ये नहीं है कि आपको सिर्फ एम्प्लॉयबल बनना है, आपको बात ये है कि एम्प्लॉयबल होने के साथ साथ आपको लाइकेबल भी बनना है. तो आप एम्प्लॉयबल प्लस लाइकेबल कैसे बनते हैं? मैं आपको ये नहीं बताने वाली हूँ कि लाइकेबल बनने के लिए आपको क्या क्या कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होने चाहिए. मैं बस ये बताने वाली हूँ आपको कि लाइकेबिलिटी के फैक्टर्स कहाँ कहाँ से इन्फ्लुएंस होते हैं. You can be extremely professional and you can be likable. You don't need to be, social. You don't need to extremely social. You don't need to be, having grueling yourself in the kind of work that you're doing. Obviously, that's the culture. लेकिन उस कल्चर को हम थोड़ा सा बीट करके कैसे स्मार्टली वी कैन नेविगेट द इंडस्ट्रीज इज समथिंग दैट वील talk about on and off definitely, right? So that was a crux of who I am, where I'm coming from, and what are the kind of topics that we will be talking about. And in these topics, what are the things that you can sort of gain. मैं एक ओपन एंडेड क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे छोड़ना चाहती हूँ to whoever is going to watch this video. The question is that if you have any requests with respect to what are the, I mean, let's say topics with respect to any tools, methodologies that you want to understand, and take specific sessions on those tools and topics, because we are still in the process of creating a course for you. And obviously if मतलब if you have inputs, तो वो inputs तो हम बाद में भी course के अंदर डाल सकते हैं. But anyway, it's better to know and understand from the cohort कि आपको क्या अच्छा लगता है, आप क्या चाहते हो, और क्या क्या चीज़ें आप सीखना चाहते हो. Additionally, आप कौन सी इंडस्ट्री से बिलोंग करते हो, आप क्या इस समय कर रहे हो, इज समथिंग जो कि बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है फॉर एन एजुकेटर टू टॉक अबाउट द थिंग्स दैट दे नो. तो ताकि मैं आपको बता सकूं कि आप what will be the okay what will be the timeline of this course, months, okay, or 6 months, hold on, 3 months or 6 months. So this is not going to be a streamlined 3 month या 6 months का course. We will be doing sessions almost every week, which will cover few topics on data analytics, on brand, on marketing, on strategy. जो कुछ भी रेलेवेंट होगा, जितना ज़्यादा रेलेवेंट होगा, अगर 100 में से 80 लोगों के लिए कोई चीज़ रेलेवेंट होगी, ऑब्वियसली हम उसकी तरफ ज़्यादा बढ़ेंगे. लेकिन अगर ठीक है 20 लोग कुछ और चाहते हैं, देन वी विल see if we can inculcate that kind of thing in our course. The timeline, there is no such timeline. I will try to cover as many topics as possible for you. And topics के साथ साथ ये भी हम लोग कोशिश करेंगे कि हम सब कुछ थ्रेड करें, ताकि आपको ABC तो समझ में आए ही. ABC के बाद उसके वर्ड्स कैसे फॉर्म करने हैं वो भी समझ में आए, वर्ड्स फॉर्म करके कॉम्प्लेक्स स्टेटमेंट्स कैसे बनाने हैं वो भी समझ में आए. The idea is to help you learn as much as possible, to help you grow as much as possible. इस growth में I will also be trying to help you with case studies. So these courses, the sessions that I will be taking are going to be a little advanced, and they will not be extremely baseline sessions. मतलब कि आपको obviously basic sessions होंगे, उन बेसिक सेशंस के बियॉन्ड भी काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें होंगी जो हम कवर करेंगे, जिसमें मेरा सजेशन है कि आप उसको अटेंड करो, क्योंकि उसको देखने से, उसको एग्जाम्पल्स को समझने से ज़्यादा चीज़ें समझ में आती हैं, राइट? और एग्जाम्पल्स को आप कई जगह अप्लाई भी कर सकते हो, समझ भी सकते हो. ठीक है, अच्छा ठीक है, इसका पैरेलल ये है तो अच्छा इसका मतलब ये हो सकता है, सो दैट काइंड ऑफ एनालिसिस जो दिमाग में एक के सामने एक रख के आप चीज़ों को समझते हो, दैट इज द काइंड ऑफ थिंग दैट यू बी एबल टू डू. So yes, that is going to be most of the sessions with me. And if you have, let's say, topics that you want me to cover, you know my background, if you want me to cover something from the work that I have done, you can find me on LinkedIn. you want me to cover something from the work that I have done or from my education or from different experiences that I have, you can definitely put it in the comments or you can put it on the Telegram channel. And वो सारा कुछ we will try to inculcate in the courses that I will take with Unacademy Grow. Anyone has any questions, आप उसको chat box में डाल दीजिए. I will answer them in the next 2 minutes. Otherwise, we are done for the introductory session today. So, okay, I think we are good to go. This message is out there. Whoever is watching this video, whenever, in whatever time, can put their questions in, and we will be looking at the, live. We'll be looking at your comments, and we will be creating courses which are relevant to you, which will help you grow. If you have I teach data science? Data science is something which is not my forte. I am certain key data science is something that Unacademy Grow already has. So if you can be specific what in data science, I'll probably be able to help you understand वो मैं sessions ले सकती हूँ या नहीं ले सकती हूँ. Mr. Feast. And I mean, if you don't have anything particular in mind, then we will see if data science is something that we can touch upon. If that's something that is relevant to me, तो मैं आपको मतलब वो courses लूंगी. Otherwise, it's going to be mostly around data analytics and business analytics and how that leads to other decision-making processes, right? So yeah, that's that. Help me understand a couple of other things also. This is going to be my speed of the sessions. I will try to be slow when it comes to teaching, taking the courses and helping with examples. Obviously, abhi though I am directly talking to the camera, after some time we will have PPTs in place and we will be looking at PPTs. तो pace और language मुझे उसके बारे में बताते रहिएगा. That is something that is going to be very important for us to um, learn and understand how things are going to be for each other. And I hope to see more people in the sessions. Right. So we will stop streaming here. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure being here and see you guys.